It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east, and we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Set for a good matchup in one of the premier divisions in the NFL. Mike Tirico, Greg Oaks are with you. Greg, you never get a chance to really rebuild. Everyone wants you to win right now in this division. And they've been taking turns at the top of the division. 19 years since the Eagles repeated as division champ. Dallas won it last year. Who knows what we're in store for this season?
Yeah, it just shows how hard it is to win year in and year out consistently in the NFL. The league is set up for parity. It's set up for teams that were last in the division. They have just as good a shot to win it the next year. And I think this is a two-horse race. With Dallas, as you said, they won it last year. I think Philadelphia feels that this roster, this coaching staff coming back, has them in position to challenge Dallas. I think right now New York and Washington find themselves on the bottom looking up, but I think the Eagles and the Cowboys, this could come all the way down to the end of the season.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Here's the man signed from Houston. It's Devin Singletary. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jones to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick. Back deep to receive. The explosive Cavante Turpin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Cowboys coming out. As usual, it's Dak Prescott leading the way. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, Greg, a season ago. Already his 9th year at the helm for the Cowboys.
There aren't many quarterbacks in this league who come under the microscope as often as this guy does. I mean, he isn't perfect by any means, but you can certainly do a lot worse than having him lined up as your guy leading your offense. He has the athleticism to bail himself out of bad situations, but also the arm talent to make every throw on the field. So as long as he protects the ball, that's been the biggest thing in his career. If he can do that, man, he's as good as they come in this league. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now, man, back for his 2nd go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, here's Dak. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Cowboys. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More from MetLife Stadium after this. Now, Elliott.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with Elliott. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Jones now on first down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Nice catch here by Theo Johnson, the young rookie tight end, and I really like his upside. I think he's kind of a long, rangy guy. He's got a great catch radius, and he can really get vertical downfield. One of only 5 FBS tight ends last year, Mike, with 7+ touchdowns. So
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. From the gun, it's Jones. Left side to the hands of Neighbors.
you can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can...
Devin Singletary to the 20. And he is gone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Giants.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Cavante Turpin on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. The Cowboys offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. Second down and 3. From From the shotgun, it's Dak. Taking off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. A gain there of 17. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Prescott now. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw is Prescott. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the play fake, Dak. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, ruling on the
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Throwing on first down is Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Shotgun now for Jones. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. He got loose after the grab, and they couldn't bring him down. A gain of 28.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down, a pickup of 9.
Well, it's pretty clear this offensive coordinator feels the vulnerability of this run defense is on the edges. They continue to get the ball out wide. They do it here with a nice toss play, and he's able to pick up good yardage.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Now Jones on the bootleg. And he will power power his way into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll run. Room to run at the 40. Yeah. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 37-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now, Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Oh, I fumbled the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ballgame is a turnover. You already are up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Singletary. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, there's really 2 schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter. And a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. The Cowboys offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had all sorts of ball control problems in this one. Let's take you back through the moments. Nothing gets you in a coach's doghouse or next to the coach faster than fumbling the football. He's done it multiple times. Very big hole for his team to dig out of. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, after that conversion, now the conversation on the sideline is, what do we do if we score? Are we content with just kicking an extra point and tying this thing up? Or does this coach decide to go for the 2-point conversion and try to win in regulation? First things first, they're going to have to score, but man, I hope we get to see that decision.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. 2nd down, Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Prescott again. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
The ball comes out. One of the Giants has it. Inside the 40. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving him much of a shot coming in. But they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball, and they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.